So for my research for this project, I decided to talk about listening to music while studying and the effect that it has on test scores. So first I wanted to talk about music's effect on people in general. So music has obviously been around for hundreds and hundreds of years with different types of music coming throughout. And it's also been researched for years and years about how it can help people, not just by studying, while they do their everyday activities and how it can also hurt people. For example, you may love to listen to music while running to create motivation by listening to high energy pop or electronic or rap, or in another situation, you could be listening to music while cleaning, some mellow, like any mellow music just to not have the awkward silence, or while you're studying to help you focus so that it can keep you focused. But for some people, it doesn't help keep them focused and it can be noted as a distraction. And this next thing comes from the college. It's at the bottom that I don't want to butcher the name of. But past studies from them have shown that music can affect a student's memory negatively, and they will have less of a chance to memorize and recall more items. So if this has already been studied for years and years and by many different people, why was it important to research this study? And I thought personally with the pandemic, many students had to abruptly transition. I mean, I'm sure we all remember when we found out that we were getting moved home and didn't really have a time to adjust. So when we got home and started adjusting to the new form of learning, it could have led for some to no motivation for schoolwork, or at least little motivation, which the Economic Policy Institute says has led to the risk of becoming disengaged during their decreased learning times because classes were operating differently. Everyone was scrambling to figure it out. So the Northeastern University said that learning new studying techniques when adapting to a new form of learning is important in order to figure out how you learn best. So I thought a new experiment touching on listening to music while studying will be beneficial because students scramble for ways to get their assignments done. Some students feel like they aren't being helped in the transition. So if there's a way that we can find a study habit that could work to increase grades, exam scores, and help students while they go through a new type of learning, then I thought it was a good idea to research. And I came up with the hypothesis that students who listen to music while studying will have higher exam scores. So for my experiment, I did it through a survey and I promoted it on various social medias such as Instagram and Snapchat. I also did email students in all my classes because I thought college student was the perfect audience for this. Um, and I went with Instagram and Snapchat just because I thought it was going to reach the target audiences more than Facebook, as kind of like your parents' friends. And Twitter, I don't feel is a good platform for surveying, so I just stuck with Instagram and Snapchat. Um, and I was very happy with the results that I got. It was very important to me to keep all responses anonymous so that the participating students felt comfortable to submit valid responses. I felt if students had to submit a name within this survey, they would feel more inclined to kind of raise their average grade if it was low, just to kind of keep a reputation. And as for the results for my survey, the survey consisted of asking if they were in high school or college, their grade level, so freshman, sophomore, juniors, senior, and then if they do or did not listen to music. So this is the results for the people who do listen to music. The red one at the bottom, I don't know if it's hard to see, but that was just an option I put for the people who don't listen to music. Just I thought it was kind of important to put that there in case they got confused while taking the survey. So as you can see, out of the students who do listen to music while studying, 60% of students reported that they received test scores in the range of 90 to 94, and very few students report lower than an 85. You can see there's about 2 students that report 80 to 84, and 1 student in the 70 to 74 range. So you can see most of them are in that mid to high 80s and low to mid 90 range. So relatively good scores from this group of students that were surveyed. And as for the people who, or students who did not listen to music while studying, you can see sort of similar results. Again, there is that option on the survey if you did go the other way, listen to music. But you can see many grades in the 90 to 94 range, 85 to 89 range, and 80 to 84, with very few outliers in the 65 to 69 and 75 to 79 range. So for my conclusion of this, I noticed that there was really no positive or negative observation on the effect of listening to music while a student studies. Each group of students kind of reported similar results to each other. I do think there's a lot of different ways that the study could be redone and revamped. I think maybe testing students who listen to a certain group of music. If you have one group of students listen to rock and survey them, while you have another group of students listen to jazz, and then compare those, or just have a group of students take a test with music and without, and then compare the results there. And as far as learning virtually, music cannot be proven, at least in this experiment, as an effective study tool for students, and other studying tasks could be experimented with to see what does boost a student's exam score, maybe the location that you take it in, or the time of day, or hours of sleep. But music, as you can see, had no positive or negative correlation in this experiment to exam scores. And that's that from me.